Hello, Rowan Mithril here, and methinks I've been on break long enough. So, you might be wondering what I did with my time off. I spent a good bit of it drawing for myself and my friends. It's always a little tricky to come up with something new to draw, though, but I manage. I also, of course, spend a lot of time playing Warriors Orochi 2. I still haven't filled in the gallery on there. There's a lot of characters left for me to max out. I did at least finally unlock Orochi X as a playable character. He's lots of fun. Beyond that, I've mainly been playing Pokemon in preparation for the release of Platinum on Sunday. So, that's been taking up a good portion of my time. So, you might be wondering, what all kinds of Pokemon do I like to train? Well... What the... Well, bugger. Right, back to the game. So when last we left we had just defeated Mercury, so let's move on to Venus. Venus is the goddess of beauty. So what happened here? Yeah, in this game Venus is kind of more of a illegitimate love child of Bubbleman and Toadman. Yeah, the less thought about that the better. So here we are introduced to Chabon, kind of a bouncing soap bubble monster. In fact, I think it basically comes from a Japanese word for soap. It tries to hide on the ceiling among non-aggressive bubbles, but it's not very good camouflage since Chabon's bubbles are thicker in appearance. And here we have Nibbles. If these things sting you, they inject you kind of with a paralyzing toxin that slows you down and makes you take shorter jumps. They're kind of a pain that way. And here we have Fever, a crab that attacks you with giant bubbles. However, those bubbles can't actually harm you. Instead, they try and wrap around you to drag you into environmental obstacles such as death spikes and bottomless pits. As such, they're more of an indirect killer. If you do get wrapped up in a bubble, they're easy enough to get out of. You just repeatedly shoot or jump your way out. No problem. These waterfalls, I think they can wash you off of platforms and ladders, so you have to be careful. Also, if you try and jump through while one is still active, it can weigh you down, so you gotta be careful of that, too. Now this thing's just weird. Kind of a flying Frankenstein gutsman-looking thing that... it splits as you shoot it, so... by grace of that, it's called baby flies. Yeah, very strange name, that. And this is Fankuro. Sort of an avian fan fiend that can blow you away or pull you toward him. Natch, they like to have them near death spikes. Apparently it's the in thing in this stage. Yay, shinies! What I collected there was basically 2/4 of an E-tank, and there's the 3/4 right over there. It's a bit like finding pieces of heart in the Zelda games. And I'm just going to ignore you, thanks. Hey Eddie, what you got for me? Alright, moving on. Oh, no. That's the kind of thing you gotta be careful about with those bubbles. Speaking of bubbles, now we have them underfoot. Nice big bubbly trampolines. The bigger the bubble, the bigger the boost you get when you jump from it. Of course, with all the death spikes, that can work against you. Best to be cautious. Also kind of strange that the color palette of this stage is purple, yet Venus himself is supposed to be yellow. Oh well. Mine is not to reason why, mine is just to try and get through the stage. Yay, off-screen shiny get. Yes, I just collected an E-tank. In pieces. More Nibbles and more bubble trampolines. This room mainly is just full of waterfalls. You've probably noticed by now, but you do get some warning with the waterfalls. A little drip precedes them to let you know one's about to start up. One more Fankuro, I'll let him do all the work. There we go. And one last Shabon that's hardly a threat at all. There we go. Whoops. Okay, time to fight Venus. If you pay attention, this really isn't that bad a fight. He likes to do these spastic jumps around his room and leave explosive bubbles. If he jumps all the way to the top, he'll just release a small one that homes in on you. On a shorter jump, he leaves one big stationary bubble that has a bigger blast range. The blast range of the smaller bubbles can still hurt you, but it's very tiny. When he gets lower on life, he also starts spazzing and firing 3 smaller bubble bombs at once. He doesn't seem all that interested in doing it this time, and that's fine with me. Goodbye, Venus. Beautiful you were not. With that, it's time to absorb another planetary power. I'd make a Captain Planet reference, but that's more of a Terra thing, and he's still washing his hair. I guess if you have lustrous long hair like that, you have to take care of it. So with that, we get the Bubble Bomb, kind of an anti-gravity explosive bubble lead. It explodes on contact, which is quite nice. We also get the Rush Coil, which I could have sworn we already had, but I guess you only start this game with Tango. Etet tiri rute ete. Right, so that's 2 down. The bubbles in this stage make it a bit tricky to get through, so plenty of outtakes to enjoy. Let's go. Of course, they like to keep it near death spikes. I want shinies. Crud. And the name, I think, even comes from the Japanese term for soap. It tries to hide among other bubbles on the ceiling. Ow! Momentum is bad. Now, I want some shinies. Off-screen spike death, nice. They're still going. They can also wash you off platforms and ladders. Ow! This isn't a particularly hard fight, you just have to pay attention. Oh, bugger! Well, that was embarrassing. Oh! That wasn't good. They don't have anywhere near as large a blast radius, but they do still hurt you if you run into the blast radius. Oh, bugger! I really don't like Nibbles. I also don't like death spikes. Okay, proof of concept time on these waterfalls. If you try and jump past while they're still going, it will weigh you down and make it harder to get past. There's also the matter if they wash by while you're on a ladder. So long as you stay still, you're fine. But if you try and climb, goodbye. If, on the other hand, a waterfall catches you on a platform, well, you're just out of luck. So there you have it. Venus really wasn't that tough of a fight. His stage really wasn't that bad either. It's really all just a matter of paying attention. I give Venus a 2 out of 10. He's a little less predictable than others. I mean, he's certainly less predictable than Mercury anyway. However, he really isn't that much of a threat. Plus, you can hit him more often, so the fight tends to go a bit faster. It is worth noting that in the actual recorded run, I don't think he did the spaz attack where he fires 3 of the small bubbles at once, but even when he does, it isn't that tough to get past it. The stage itself, again, really it's just paying attention. Most of the enemies follow very predictable paths, so your own worst enemy really is yourself. The Nibbles can be a bit annoying, but you usually can see them coming pretty easily. As such, there isn't really much in the stage itself that warrants a higher rating, nor does the Venus fight itself. That, like I said, it goes pretty easy. So, 2 out of 10 for this guy. So, with that done, I guess we're back into this, and next time we'll be going after Mars. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you next time. Until then, fare thee well.